This summer solstice brings the launch of Synchronicity University. So excited about finally presenting you guys with a free, online, fully accessible data bank of astrology classes. You can watch lessons right now at synchronicityuniversity.com and of course my YouTube channel, nadiyashah.com. Hello, fabulous Leo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2015, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Now, a huge theme this month, a huge part of this month has to do with love, and a big lesson that's going to really kick into high gear starting this month, that's going to be with you through the course of the summer, has to do with love. Now, of course, there's a love-focused horoscope. I would encourage you to watch that because this is an important theme. But when we look at love, it's not just about romantic love. It's also about the love that you have for yourself, the love you believe you deserve to receive in the form of not only affection, but also in the form of having a life that doesn't always feel challenging, having a life that has greater prosperity in it, having a life that has more moments of ease and pleasure and joy, and also allowing yourself to see the things within you and the things about you that are truly beautiful. So these are part of some larger things that are taking place, and this month is absolutely no exception. In fact, this month these lessons really kick into high gear. But what's unique about what's happening this month is that a lot of these lessons are actually taking place on very deep levels. They're taking place on levels that are largely unconscious, largely energetic as well. Now, in some ways, I do see you actually, if to use the phrase, working with energy, okay? So what I mean by that is, I think that you're sensing a shift is coming. I do think that there's, especially as we approach the middle of the month, there's sort of a growing feeling of that you can't quite put your finger on. It's frustration, it's uncertainty, anxiety even. And so you can feel all this stuff happening under the surface, and you may even be beating up yourself a little bit on it because you know not only is this not when you're at your best when you are confident. That's when you really can connect to something constant and stable within you. But also you do know as well that a lot of times these feelings, they're just feelings, right? They can come and go. And I think that it may be a little bit frustrating for you not to be able to pinpoint just what it is that's happening. Well, the best way that I can explain it is it's almost as if a shift in the psyche is taking place. And as part of this, I do think, especially in the middle of the month, some really vivid dreams are set to take place. Some dreams that really show you some of these blocks. What is it within you? Is your confidence really genuine? Where is it that you do doubt that worthiness to shine and be seen, that is a part of the path that a Leo takes? Wherever it is that there have been doubts, whether they're lingering, whether they're unconscious, they are going to come to the surface. And I do think that, and again, especially around the middle of the month, more than one Leo out there is going to wake up with this sort of eureka, wake up a little frustrated, but also, oh my goodness, this is what's really going on. This is what I have manifested because of my own feelings of something else that's happening. So there is sort of a deeper level of awareness that is set to take place for you that is very much a part of this understanding of allowing greater love into your life in all of its forms. Now, that's happening around the middle of the month, and then that eventually will give way to an even more important shift as we move towards the later part of the month, and it's really going to show up in your romantic relationships most notably. And so again, I'll talk about that in the love-focused horoscope. Let me bring it back a little bit, just talk about what is happening, at least as the month begins. Because as the month begins, it's a little bit different. It's going to start, I think, of all the signs out there, the month should start in a way that I wouldn't say exactly uneventful, but rather I would say that There's more of a mundane focus. There's more of a focus on the everyday, on the work that you're doing, your workspace. And so that seems to be the area that's getting your attention. And it seems to be that in the workspace, there might be some sort of an opportunity that may be presented, something that shows up that says, hey, you could do this. And it looks promising. But I do think that there's set to be a change in the workplace. I gotta say, there's this full moon happening. It's speaking in supreme harmony with Neptune, but then it meets Pluto in the sky. And so this suggests to me a real like sort of ending taking place in the realm of the workplace. Now, this could be a coworker leaving, or possibly a supervisor, immediate supervisor leaving, most likely a female. But this could also be sort of somebody saying to you or presenting you with a vision of what work you could be doing, and it looks all well and it looks all good, but then there might end up being some sort of power games that take place in the work environment that cause you to be more honest with yourself about just what it is that's being asked of you. So that is one way also that this energy could play out as well. And what I do also think is interesting about the energy that you're starting the month with is that there's a real focus on productivity. Are you being productive? And wherever it is that maybe you have told yourself that, yeah, everything's amazing and I'm doing so well, you are going to get a bit of a reality check. So if there's been a disconnect, like if you have been, putting forward your best effort, doing well, then this is going to be a time of a lot of focus setting in, and also feeling like an easier way to connect with the flow of your work sets in as well. But where it is that maybe that hasn't been happening, there's really going to be some accountability that takes place. I'll be honest with you, whether that accountability comes from within or from the people that you work with, there is set to be at least a moment that asks you to be honest with yourself. Are you being as productive as you could be? How do you really feel about the work that you're doing? Is it satisfying? Is it something you want to continue? These are going to be the types of questions that come up for you, ultimately, that are meant to empower you to make changes where it is that you actually have wanted to be making changes for a long time now. So if you've been delaying changes, this is going to be a time when they come up. What I love about this month for you is that you honor the day. You honor the day while slowly but surely coming back to a more contemplative mode, coming back to a mode that understands that the day ultimately is a reflection of what it is that is happening at night, what it is that's happening within, and what it is that's happening with you on more personal, more energetic levels. There's a real clearinghouse taking place now. The stage is really being set for some brave and bold and wonderful new beginnings set to take place next month. Really, I do think I'll talk to you about it next month, but I think you'll truly be really excited by the brand new chapter that's promised ahead. This is a month in some key ways to clear house, and that alone will allow you to open your heart to see all that is so wonderful and so loving about you.